There was no countdown.
Oh, one, two, three, four. Coming to you from Black Lake. This is
Woo!
We the Podcast. I'm your co-host, the Boom, and next to me here is Wild.
A wild Willa appears.
Yeah, we'll get that right eventually. 10 more podcasts, we'll have that right.
I don't think. I think it's better if we don't. To be honest, I'm down with not having it right.
Hmm, Let me just make sure
Sure.
I can pull up the chat real quick. That might take a minute. Live. So how you doing, bud?
I'm fine.
Well,
We've got no guests today.
somebody's watching.
Oh God, I can hear myself. Stop that.
I gotta share the link into the media.
Uh huh.
Should have done that before. Hang on. I'm just doing all the work by myself as usual.
Yeah, it's your podcast, man.
Promotion. Boom, right there too, bud.
You promote the fuck out of it.
Boom. Episode 10. All right.
Yes.
Kind of surprised we made 10 episodes.
Yeah, me too. Although, we've done well. It
Yeah.
hasn't been a complete failure so far. There's been
No.
iffy moments, but
Oh,
it's going okay.
well, Michael says hello. Pickle Dino. I believe that's Joella. Says hello.
That's Joella. Hey, Ella.
Sorry about the background noise. My dog's eating right in front of me.
Oh,
Guys gotta eat, I guess.
you're
Episode
not
10.
doing all the work. I'm about to post this on my Instagram.
Ah, there you go, bud. Hype.
See, I can do things.
Yeah, hype it up.
Yeah.
You done eating Dookie Duck? All right, boy, there you go. He wants to be on the podcast too. The doke. Oh, all right. Well, and here comes Dixie. You want to be on the podcast? I don't know why my dogs are paying special attention today. Mammoth.
Whoa, what the fuck was that? Squeaky. Hello?
Sorry.
Hmm.
So how you doing, man? How's it going?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Still kind of suffering from withdrawals of not being at Metalurg.
With the rally? With rounds?
Hmm. I haven't had a chance to play my guitar in a long time. I'm very sad about it. It hurts. It hurts my heart.
Hmm.
I was ready for Amelie to die, but I was not ready for this, like, missing that environment so much. Do you know what I mean? It's so much
Right.
harder just being out on the road and surviving and trying to start a new thing, which is like just not. I haven't done this in a while.
Restarted.
What? What restarted?
You mean like restarted the
Yeah, like
character?
restarting a whole.
Mm.
Well, I mean, I don't mind restarting a character, but usually I'm a campfire hugger, so this is just a complete like turning it upside down in his head, fucking completely new lifestyle. I don't have like people passing by all the time. I'm not meeting new people all the time. I'm not like just bothering people and cracking out the guitar. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
there's new people. Let me sing you the song of my people.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah,
I
like I
can't do
said,
that
but
anymore.
without to get too crazy. Um, Meta. I did hear your voice on the radio the other day. It was like a random thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounded very southerny. So, if you did play any songs, would they be country songs now, or?
I might actually. Not that I could fucking play any country songs. That's fucking Taylor's thing. That's this is not my ID's
Do
thing.
this,
I don't know any
do,
country
do this,
songs.
do the square dance.
I might learn working 9 to 5.
Oh,
Something. I'll do something. I don't know.
that'd be a good
I'm
one.
not supposed to be Southern. I was supposed to be just like bland American. And then as soon as I talked to Fraser, it was like, howdy, y'all. Fucking
Just came
wrecked
right
it.
out.
I just don't feel like I'm gonna be like this is not what I wanted for my character, but like everybody's heard it now. It's to be fair, I haven't done like a standard American accent before, but I have got friends from the South, and I've taken the piss out of their accent a load, so it kind of came pretty natural, pretty comfortable, even though it's probably terrible. I know. Like
Mm.
you see, the thing is,
Oh,
like
I haven't met you, and so I couldn't really comment.
yeah, not yet,
It's a pretty
but
easy accent.
Habit said it's okay. I I literally I met him in game. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna ask him. Fuck it. I just wanted some feedback of any kind, but it's probably terrible. I'd say it's probably terrible
Uh,
to anybody who's actually from the south. It's probably it probably hurts. But
mm,
I had to listen to people imitating an Irish accent and it coming out Scottish, so payback.
yeah, I can try. I can't even attempt that one, man. I know. I don't know why I keep bringing his name up. Coulter Wall probably has the best Southern accent I've heard. I just like
He
that
is from
long
Tennessee, though,
drawl.
isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's kind of cheating, I guess.
No, it's gorgeous. He's a lovely, lovely accent.
It's got that lovely Kentucky Fried Chicken accent. Like he's just ready to invite you in for a glass of peach tea and watermelon.
Where are
Uh,
you gone?
I'm drinking.
Oh, as usual.
Oh, Michael, you got whitelisted. That's right. I think I remember actually reading your whitelist.
Um,
Michael is playing in
my
the server.
hey, go Michael. Boop, boop.
Heck yeah. Yeah,
Um,
speaking of this is not my ID, so he came back.
yeah, he's back. He was streaming there the other day. It was lovely. I was in listening to him playing and shit. Missed him big time. But
Mm,
yeah. Well, hopefully he's back for a while now.
yeah, that's good. Yeah,
Good to see him
Dixie,
around.
what? I'm sorry, my dog keeps trying to jump in my lap. She usually doesn't do this.
Aw.
We don't have a guest, so can you bark? Dixie. No. All right, I'm not making barking noises right now. All right.
I was waiting for the like dog baby talk to come out.
Mm, it's all up in my stuff right now. All right. So let's ask some questions for Wiley, because you're technically like the guest today, more or less.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Sick. Talking about myself. I can do that. I can't be
Actually,
stopped, actually.
we planned this out. I think we set the schedule for this one. Oh my God, like 2 months ago, and it was depending on whether or not Emily would be dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then, surprise, surprise, she is.
She did.
Did
She
did.
did. Yeah. Uh, I mean, I'm not gonna say it was like uh terrible. It was actually like to be fair, if there could have been a death, if there could have been a time for it, it all worked out pretty well. I mean, I'd say I can probably go on about it now because it's well after the date, and I can't remember. Did we talk about it in detail with fucking Vlad?
Kinda.
I can't remember, but I'll
No,
just
I don't
for
think you
anybody who missed it
did.
because I haven't really given like a breakdown of what happened start to finish yet. So what happened was we were all having a nice day at the pub anyway, and there's people around, we're just doing our thing, blah blah blah. Next thing you know, like, well, Kieran's gone offline by now, or he's fallen asleep, and we like I think there was just me and two new guys left, Michael and Miller. One of them is Irish, actually. fucking so many Irish people playing Daisy. It's weird. But so fucking 8 or 9 of the colony guys roll up, and yeah, we were all. I was pretty fucking intimidated. I was like, oh shit, this is gonna go south. But I'm just gonna play it like it's totally normal, and they're just here, and it's fine, But I was
Hmm.
I was kind of shitting it, to be honest with you. Um,
Yeah, because I think they're all dead too at this moment. So I'm pretty sure you could probably talk about it. 'Cause I believe the colony is like extinct. So, I mean,
yeah, I think there's a couple of them left rocking around, but it's not what it was by any means.
right. It was disbanded and then renamed something else, I believe, without getting into
It's
much
it it might as
detail.
it might as well be a new thing entirely with like one or two
Yeah.
colony members. Do you know what I mean? All the main fucking movers and shakers, I think, are dead.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
anyway, so they came down and being me being me, I climbed up on the stage and started playing a song, whatever, and the song was over, and then fucking Vlad, what's his name, Leo Tang, uh, said the "Would you like a pickle" line, which was obviously the
Oh, yeah.
the code word. And I was took me like a second. I was like, "Oh, huh?" And then there was guns pointed at me. It's like, "Oh, okay, there's guns pointed at me." Immediately put up my hands, got down on the ground. I was like, "Fuck this!" But fucking Miller pulled out his gun just on reflex, got mowed down, absolutely mowed down.
Hmm.
Um, and then Michael also got captured as well. So I'm not sure what happened to him. Like after a few minutes of us walking, they marched us off anyway. After a couple of few minutes of uh, us marching, I think he had issues with his PS or he had to go to sleep or something. So he managed to escape the worst of it. He got to go offline. But I got marched all the way down to fucking Berezino, or not Berezino, Belota,
Mm.
from Meadowlarg, which took quite a
Hmm.
while. Anyway,
Yeah, it's a little trip.
so they locked me up on the dock in Belota. There was like a couple of cells beside each other. They were expecting Kieran to be there too. I'm actually skipping the part where the fucking servers shat themselves as well. So this took place over 2 days because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
server
'Cause
shat itself
it
that
was
night.
down,
Yeah,
right? For like
it
three
was
hours,
down, fully
3 hours.
down. I don't even know, but at that point it was already late, so I had to go to bed, and we just took up the next day where we left off, which was
It's,
fine.
it's like a nitro road thing. I can't even, I don't
Hmm.
know how to say that.
Nitrado, I think,
Yeah.
or nitrado, nitrado. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think it was like
I'd say
everybody
nitrado. Yeah.
server.
But while we were on the way, I was just being totally cooperative, and I was like charming them, and I was like, this is fine. I was, I'd be bored sitting up at the camp, like fucking. I'm just glad to be out on a walk, and sucking up a little bit, and kind of schmoozing, and a lot of them were saying like, I really don't want to kill her, like she's nice, blah blah blah. So I was kind of getting in there a little bit,
Hmm.
um, and yeah, so the server shot itself, and then it was the next day, and I was in the cell. And
And
like
guy, I guess
then
he
the next
goes,
day, I'm not entirely sure why. I think Leo started out being like, you've been super cooperative so far, but I'm not convinced yet.
yeah,
And I don't know what it was about, just how I was feeling on the day. But then I started like being kind of non-compliant. Do you know what I mean? I was kind
right.
of talking back and giving cheek, and I have it saved. Probably in like a year, I'll post a video.
A year, Jesus Christ. I bet, yeah. You're still like in the beginning
I
of
don't have time. I
Catalina's.
know Catalina. I don't even know if I have enough good footage of Catalina, to be honest, to
Huh?
make a good story, which
Are
really
there?
sucks. Like a lot of it got lost.
Excuse me. I was gonna say, how do you keep all that shit on file? You must have like a 50
I have a
terabyte.
terabyte hard drive.
Well, yeah, well, how
I,
many?
I have a terabyte hard drive, and I have a lot. I have a lot of stuff in it. Like I have stuff
Mm.
from fucking way back in the day. Like I don't know if you go back on my YouTube channel, plug, plug, go subscribe while it plays. I did a good few videos before I even started on We That Remain. And I have stuff from back in those days that hasn't been done yet. I really need help with
Yeah.
editing, to be honest with you. But then I feel like if I get somebody else to do my editing, the video's not going to turn out how I want it
I
to.
I'm telling you, man. That Share Factory, it's free, and after you play around with it
But
for a while, it's decent. It's not.
it's not the editing software that's the problem. I have Shotcut, which is open source and really good, and my laptop is, well, it was really good. It's an Alienware from like 10 years ago. It can handle
Oh,
video processing, which is good.
oh, Michael
Um,
was subscribed to Wiley. How about that?
Everybody subscribe. Please
Michael
subscribe and
has
go and look
subscribed.
back in some of the videos.
Well,
I'm going to recommend a video right now.
actually,
Go back and look at.
Michael unsubscribed to Wiley. She does not deserve your attention.
You son of a bitch.
All right, I don't mean to cut you off. Michael also said Wyla scared us a few times in RP randomly. She's scary.
I'm scary?
Yeah, I guess you met
Huh.
him. I guess you met him in game already.
Did I?
Yeah,
Huh. Maybe.
guess you're
God.
scary.
If it wasn't meta, I'd ask what the context was. I shouldn't be scary yet. I'm not scary.
I don't
Um,
know, man. If I didn't know
well,
you and I ran
Grace
into
isn't
you,
scary.
yeah, talking all that weird. She
Alright, you keep
popped
your
out
mouth.
of the darkness,
Did I?
apparently.
Anyway, I started talking shit back to them a little bit, and I
Mm.
was like trying to undermine them a bit because I could see that this girl that they had there, Sweets, she was not really into the whole thing, and they got her to like shoot me with a rubber slug and carve
Oh.
an L in my back for livestock, which I'm still salty about. Livestock. Have you ever heard such a thing?
I like
Um, they were pretty
uh
cool with the torture.
I like the physical stuff in game, but how do you? I don't know. It's not role play.
It's roleplay. They just slashed me twice with a knife.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just always wondered, like when his Black Hand was cutting off fingers. Like, how would you know?
Just fucking slash them with a knife and call it good. You know what I mean? People have
Yeah, I
imaginations.
don't
It's
mind
fine.
role playing it out. I'm like, hey, dude, look, my fucking fingers cut off. But it would be up to the other person to, or see the L on your
They
back.
did, to be fair. Fucking. Oh god, I only know him as Jacob. What the fuck is his name?
Joella comes in. The L carving traumatized me. I won't lie.
I Amelie was taking it like a boss. I decided I was just gonna be a real tough lady at this point. I was like, fuck it. I'm here. I'm gonna
Did you
fucking
did you whimper when
stick
it
it out.
happened?
I didn't whimper. I went. I think it was
Really?
something like that.
You
Like,
didn't
yeah,
like
yeah.
make
No,
any
I was
noise?
like, I tried
I'm
not to. I tried not to
badass.
give them the satisfaction. You know what I mean? I was
Such
like,
a
I was being, I
badass.
was, I was being a badass. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I kind of regretted it afterwards. Then
Tough.
I was like, fuck, maybe I
Tough.
shouldn't have done that.
So tough.
And then I was playing my guitar and
After
fucking,
you
I
got
got
your L cut in.
got smacked a couple of times. And they took my guitar off me. I got waterboarded. What
Nice.
else?
This is like a
Yeah,
fucking fantasy
it
for
was
me. Like,
intense.
can you
Yeah,
please
but I
upload
got
this?
you fucker. I will someday. But no, it was really good RP. They were pretty intimidating, but like Amelie was like, your philosophy doesn't make any sense. You say you want to be left alone, but then you're going out and kidnapping people on purpose, and then they're like, we want to make people stronger. I was like, who are you to decide who's strong and who's not? And I was like, have I shown any sign of weakness since I've been here and all this kind of crap. Anyway, so
You
there
got
was
it.
like a bunch of shit happening, like people needed to go to sleep, and there was a lot of waiting around. But Sweets and oh shit, maybe I shouldn't. Well, no, this is
Ah,
well out of date anyway.
what? What? Before you go on, Lecky wants to know if you're wearing pants.
I'm wearing pajama pants.
Not in real life. I mean,
Oh,
Jesus
yeah, I'm
Christ.
wearing.
Why would you think he was asking what you were wearing?
I mean, it's a question. I don't know.
Well, you can't see it from my perspective.
I'm getting some water.
You got your capris on. Okay.
Yeah, I always got my
Michael.
capris on.
Michael always said also came in and said 22 caliber,
Oh
22
shit.
and a MK. She might remember.
Yes, I do remember. I remember. I'm not going to say who or where, but yeah.
You
Howdy.
didn't. You didn't know you that we did. You didn't know we did interviews like this. Bush from the bush. Been doing this for months, buddy.
Yeah, this is episode 10.
Yeah, probably like. And speaking of which, I said it in the beginning, but I'll say it again. Thank you so much to Leafy for
Yeah.
and to Lectarg for building this magnificent
Set.
area. This is perfect for podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Look at them. Look at that wood. Look at that wood. You can't stack that in game, I don't think, like that. Can you?
Absolutely not.
No. It's beautiful. I would
It
love to
is.
see more of that. I would love to see shit like that in game. Just in the middle of the
I mean,
woods.
yeah. Welcome to Lagtown, but still, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not lagging here, is it? For you? Or?
Yeah, but there's nobody else on the server.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Fine. I'm sorry. Continue. Sorry about that. Sorry about
I
that.
can't
Hey,
fucking remember where I
Dank88, how
was.
you doing, Dank? You know, you could be reading the comments too. I'm not saying
You're reading.
you
You're
were
doing
your
plenty of reading.
co-host.
You're doing
Just
plenty
saying.
of reading. It's fine.
All right, all right, all right. So you got the L carved in your back.
Yeah, got waterboarded, got shot
Punched.
with rubber slugs, got smacked with a big rock. They had a big rock in their hands. They were smacking me.
Really?
Got my guitar taken off me. Yeah, yeah. No, seriously. But I was asked for consent beforehand, which was pretty cool.
Consent to BT.
Jake Lewis, I don't know his fucking gamer tag or whatever, but Jake Lewis texted me and was like, "Do you consent to having your character face torture and all this?" And I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, sure, absolutely, go crazy." Um, yeah, so in a quiet moment, I was left alone with Sweets and Maverick, who are brother and sister in game, and it turned out that they were being held against their will and they wanted out as well. So they lent me a radio, and I got a message off to Kieran.
So they're
Then it kind of
also prisoners
yeah,
in the
they were
situation.
they were more or less prisoners. They were kind of members of the group, like they'd been through the quote unquote initiation, but they weren't happy about it and they wanted out and they'd already radioed their guys to come down and fuck them up. I got
Mm.
a message off to Kieran and then some more time passed and like then Leo Tang came back and I'm so sorry but I've forgotten the main guy's name. John came back and we were kind of talking and I was like at this point Sweets had said like just cooperate and I was like okay right fine I'll try not to be a fucking wagon anymore and I started sort of saying like you guys could do this as a business instead of like randomly kidnapping people. You could like offer it as a service, like a hardening service for people who don't feel like they're strong enough for the apocalypse. They could like
Just beat the
you
shit.
know yeah, pay these guys to kidnap them, beat the shit out of them, teach them
That's
a little thing or two.
that's kind of
Like,
interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, people do that. In real life, you can get people to kidnap you and train you how to get out of these kind of situations. So I was like, why not just set it up as like a business or whatever? And they were kind of getting interested in that. And I was like, I'd be much more used to you as like staying leader of the hotel and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I was like just about to fucking win him over. And then they started hearing that Metalurg knew about where I was and they had some extreme detail about where I was and that they were on their way. Now, I don't know how they got that intel. Obviously, they had some kind of a mole in at the hotel or
Yeah.
something.
Well, that's pretty
But
smart. I mean,
mm, would be pretty smart, yeah. Have Mo at the hotel. I don't know about any more. There seems to be a whole lot going on. Anyway, not going to meta. But
just to catch up real quick, Lectark says there's going to be more stuff like this. It doesn't create lag with the new files.
oh,
So he might be speaking about the next iteration, or maybe
let's not. We're not talking about the next
I
iteration
don't
yet.
want to either. I'm just
I don't want
saying
it. It's not ready.
this
We're
is
not
coming
ready.
straight from the character's mouth. So if there was going to be
Okay,
lag, you would
cool. All right, nice. But yeah, so they found out that
know.
Kieran knew what was happening. I think they suspected meta, but it was a legit radio call that we got off. I wouldn't fucking meta. They should know me by now. Bitch,
Right.
I don't even tell people how I died.
Yeah,
I
I don't
know,
even. I don't
fucking
even.
meta.
I
I
don't even.
hate meta. I
I
hate it
know.
so
I
much.
know. I
It fucks
know.
me up
It
because I don't
fucks.
fucking remember what I know in game and what I know in real life. Like I barely remember what happened yesterday. Like I'm not going to be able to differentiate what I know in character from what I know in real life.
I
More or
know. Like
less, I can, but like I
I.
really don't like doing it.
I know. I know. I've said it before. I went like a month not looking at the dev channel, and
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
great.
Mhm.
I was more surprised in game, but now it's kind of unavoidable. I don't have a choice, so I gotta.
You got a deal.
Just
Coke, bro.
shut it off. Well, I think it makes your roleplay better. I
Mm,
think just because you have more knowledge now
mm,
than you normally would, being a
mm.
trial mod. There's more knowledge of in-game happenings, but um, I think it makes you a better role player because you're thinking, well, ignore all this shit and just focus on your. I, I don't really know how to explain it. You know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah,
Maybe
well, I mean, you're
gives you more
growing, you're
perspective.
coping.
More perspective, I guess.
Yeah, you get all the dishy fucking details. It's nice.
Yeah, there's a few times um where I was like, oh wow, I handled that poorly in the past,
Mm.
and now I
Okay,
can
cool.
see a better way to handle things.
Cool,
And
cool.
it's
You're
great learning
growing.
experience. I'm
There's
sorry to
growth.
make this all about me. I wanted to read the comments off, and then I included that in there. And what was the initial what broke down to the execution? Because I kind of zoned out for a second there.
Yeah. No, you're okay. So what happened was they knew that Kieran knew that where I was and that they were coming. They knew that that was going on. And what happened was they gave Sweets the gun and gave her 10 seconds to kill me, or they'd kill her, or all of us, I think. And she just fucking turned around and shot the fuck out of me.
Mm,
She shot
yeah.
me. She killed me. We were friends. We were after having like a
So
real
you thought.
like bonding session, like because it took a while for me to like really believe that she wasn't just trying to trick me.
Hmm.
So like there was like a whole bit of character development going on, and then a relationship that got built up, and then all of a sudden, boom, it was just all over.
So I suppose it was a trick there in the end, though, huh?
It wasn't really, no, it wasn't an intentional. No, it wasn't intentional. I got undone by my own escape plan. I should have just fucking talked my way out of it. Like I was nearly there. I could have just fucking talked my way out of it.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows
There's
exactly?
Yeah, I like it. You know what? We the Remain RP kind of reminds me of the multiple choice games. Like,
Yeah, except you can't go back. You know what I mean? You can't just
yeah,
like
once you
redo
pick a
it.
choice, that's permanent. You can't,
That's it. Yeah.
yeah, you can't
Yeah,
load
it's
up your
awesome.
save file.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's awesome in a way. Like it really is cool.
because it makes, yeah,
Um,
it's like, God, if I would have not done that, then this wouldn't have happened,
mhm,
and that wouldn't have happened, and that wouldn't have
mhm,
happened, and then yada yada yada
mhm.
would be alive.
But I was ready. I was honestly ready for Catalina, or for what, or fucking what the fuck was my name? Amelie. I was ready for Amelie to die, especially because like we'd had a really good week at the pub, and it felt like it was at a peak. And to die at this moment would be like, I died at the fucking peak of the pub. Do you know what I mean? I died when it was at its absolute best and busiest
Uh,
and
kind of on
happiest.
the downfall, I would say. I mean, because you had the at its peak, I don't know about that. I feel like it was in its
And
prime
the
during
peak was the party.
the Norman days. You had like 30
Yeah, the
people
first
there.
party. Yeah. That was the absolute, like, that was the most people we ever had there, and that was the biggest
Yeah.
party and stuff. But like as a general like
I
overall flow.
well, once it got renamed from Montclair Strikes to Montclair
Okay,
Mahunahan
Monaghan,
Houlihan,
fuck's sake,
it
hooligan.
dead completely downhill. No, I have no
Yeah, sure.
idea.
You
I'm
weren't
just
even there, bro. You don't even know.
I know.
You
You
know,
weren't
you
there,
weren't
man.
there, man.
Were you there, man?
You don't know.
Did you ever have the book
Um,
guests? No, man. You weren't there. Thanks,
But like
like,
every cabin was full. There was like a
thanks,
bunch of new
Lucky.
people there. There was like a lot of like really cool. It just felt really cool and settled and stable. And
Well,
then for Amelie to die at that moment was pretty epic, I think, because it just, I don't know. I didn't expect them to fucking take it so hard. They took it really hard. I suppose I should have, but like I
what you
kind of,
going?
me dying. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know, this is getting more meta a little bit, but like this happened like a couple of weeks ago now, but like went back and
I mean,
like
that
they
seems
were
like
on
common
lockdown
sense. You
in
were there
mourning and
for 3 months, right?
I know, but you don't expect people to miss you that much to the point where like weeks later they're still in bits about it. Like, you know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah,
I'm
you
like,
would. I mean, you're there 3 months. Jesus Christ.
I
How many
guess,
people? You
I
probably
guess.
ran across at least 100 players in that time
Jesus, probably.
that passed
Yeah.
through there.
Yeah.
Um, Lecky says, thank you, Lecky, for clearing that up in the chat.
What did he say?
I'm not going to say much more than I currently have 25 different custom locations in different sizes that will make it
Ooh,
into We That Remain in the future.
nice,
That's
cool.
fucking hot.
Yeah,
I would
that's pretty
love,
awesome.
like I said, I would love to just see this randomly in the middle of the field. Or good with.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Dank88 also said, I've been trying to avoid journals and death lately. It's for the best, Dank.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't remember who's. I think it was Catalina's death in the last
Mm,
iteration. I read it in the death channel, and I
mm.
was like, oh well, I'm not gonna be able to. And then I and then I went in game, and somebody told me immediately, and I just couldn't fake it. And I was like, shit. Yeah, we're like, I just couldn't fake it. It's like faking a.
People need to fucking break deaths to each other better as well. Like this whole thing, like, oh yeah, Joella's dead, or like, oh yeah, fucking. Well, I mean, actually, Joella's death was broken to me pretty tactfully, but
No.
or
Fuck.
Victoria's death, I guess. But like, well, like people just being like, oh yeah, that person's dead. Like that
Yeah,
shit
yeah, yeah.
sucks. Take
But
the
when I
time, man.
Well, yeah, that's the thing though. When I avoided the death channel, which can't happen now, but either way, it's a different thing now. But back when I avoided the death channel and I found out in game, holy crap, man! It was a completely different. It was like, what? How? Why? How? You felt like you just actually. I don't want to compare it to losing, hearing the news of losing somebody in real life, but it was kind of similar. If that makes sense.
It's close enough. Do you know what I mean? It's close enough to hurt. It does
Yeah,
hurt. Because,
yeah.
like, whether or not you know that
It's
that
more
person's going to be back as a different character,
it's more
like when
genuine.
Ryan died, I was like, ouch. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, he was, like, head of security. He was here. He was always chatting. Like, you couldn't stop him chatting. It was brilliant. And, like, playing music. And then all of a sudden, boom, he's just gone. And you feel that loss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you do. You really do. You
Mm.
really feel it. Like, ah, it does hurt. It's not like losing somebody in real life, obviously, but like it does
No, no,
close a
no,
chapter
no.
of your game life. You know what I
Oh
mean?
God, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I know. No, I know what you mean. It's just it's more of a shock, I think.
It's a shock, yeah. It's
That's why I posted something as suggestions. It got shot down, but then instead of people like completely poo-pooing it, somebody came up. I think it was Joella came up with an alternative that because my suggestion was only staff could see deaf channels.
mhm.
Because I mean, the whole reason is for it is to make sure if you had a hostile interaction that if that person died, that they would perma.
Mhm.
Um, but staff's always on top of that anyway, because they can
Mhm.
obviously see things the player can't.
Mhm.
But my suggestion was only staff should see it. That way, it would give the players more of a surprise. But then, I mean, that was poo-pooed down. But instead of a
Mhm.
disagreement, somebody it was Joella. She came up with a alternative that was maybe not list the reason of death in the death channel.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
what?
mean, you still people aren't supposed to like give any real details. Like I just wrote like undone by the no
Right, you're
escape
not
plan.
supposed
Like
to
people could
say.
not tell what the
Yeah,
fuck
you're
that
not supposed
was.
to say Wila shot me in the face for so and
Yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah.
You're just
Mhm.
supposed to
Mhm.
say got shot or whatever.
Yeah, or whatever you want. Like
Ah, yeah, it was just a thought. I don't really. It's not gonna like keep me awake or nothing. I'm just saying.
yeah, I know. I think it could be a thing that like, you know, the real honest RPers on here like maybe consider muting the death channel for themselves.
Hmm.
Oh, I don't know though. I still look. I still look. But I don't know. I feel like I can still act shocked and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I knew that Victoria was dead and I knew how she was dead. And I still took it hard as Amelie. It's a test of your RP abilities. Do you know what I mean? You kind of gotta you
Right.
gotta give it
Right.
socks. You know what I mean? Like even when you know something, you kind of have to like make it believable.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It kind of tests your imagination
Mhm. Mhm.
once you know stuff out of character.
Mhm. Mhm.
Let's see. Newton Gaiman. says,
Uh-huh.
Charlie Sampson says hi. Wave.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
How you doing, Charlie? I saw you did a Q&A. I didn't have time to check it out live, but I'll try to check it out later. You did a Q&A
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah, cool.
Dank88, I got screenshots of about 15 to 20 of us heading to try the saber. I'm assuming he's talking about
Oh,
Balota.
yeah, probably, yeah. Shit. I wouldn't mind
Excuse
seeing
me.
those actually. That'd be pretty cool. You can
Yeah, I
post
know.
it
You
in
should probably
media if you
post that in
want.
media, bud.
That'd be cool.
Because it's been a week, or I think it's been a week or two.
It's been ages. It's been like 3 weeks, I think, nearly.
hmm
Hmm.
From the Bush RP. Actually, great to see you back from the Bush RP.
Yeah, hey Bush. What's up?
Yeah, I'm glad you're back. Really am. I'm glad this project finally happened. Great job with bringing the podcast to life as the host, Mr. Danger Broom. Well, Wilo's the cook.
I'm the co-host.
I love that comment. I just got to read that one more time, okay? Great job
You
bringing the
can have it.
podcast to life as the host, Mr. Danger Boom. Michael says yes. Oh, you're gonna love this one, Wilo. Michael says yes. He is the best host.
Wow.
Okay? From the
Okay,
bush, the
well,
real.
you two are cancelled. I'm never talking to you again.
Damn.
Cancelled. Cancelled. Fuck you guys. It's fine. You do it all in your channel. You do all the setup. You do all everything. I'm just kind of here.
Well,
I'm just here to
yeah,
fill the
well,
dead
it's
air.
because you can't figure out YouTube, you idiot.
Bro, it's nothing to do with that. Fucking my fiance plays GTA. My internet cannot handle me streaming, and also I can't
Okay.
figure out the YouTube. I don't know. I will
All
show
right.
you. I will record myself trying to do it sometime, and if you can figure out what's wrong, I will listen to you. But I can't figure out what's wrong. I can't figure out what's happening. So
I would have to like get on the. I would have to be like a tech support, sit there on the phone, and walk you through it.
yeah,
And
dude,
I don't know if
we'll
I
do
have
it next week,
time for that.
Friday.
Okay,
I'm booking
yeah.
you for Friday.
Sure, okay, sure. Friday.
Booking it.
$10.
Booking it now. Yeah. All
You
right.
name my
Fine.
PayPal.
No problem. I'll PayPal you. God damn. Yeah.
I don't care. I'll help you out, bud.
Technically, I'm the co-host.
Yeah, well, you are. You are. I don't do the show without you. I did it a few times when I was drunk, but it didn't work out.
You don't think? I thought they were fine.
No, they were fine. They were great. I just
Hmm.
it's preferable
It
to
was a
have.
lot quieter. It was a lot quieter without me. I'll just say that.
Well, yeah.
That's not necessarily a good thing. Me
Didn't have
fucking
that.
jumping in, cutting across people, talking shit the whole time. Like, oh, I
Didn't
did
have
this.
the
I did this. I did
Irish
this.
charm.
Sorry. Irish charm, my whole. Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, let me just catch up with the comments here. There, chatty chat. The reasons in Parma are supposed to, yes. From the bush, and here's the thing from the bush. He says the real reactions of finding things out naturally in game is where the best RP comes from. True immersion comes from commitment. Absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely,
Yeah. People don't realize how much fun it is.
it is. You
Yeah.
know, I, like I said, when I was just a commoner, when I was just a peasant,
Like
uh,
me, you mean?
and I was in,
I'm a
one of
peasant now,
the,
is that it?
yeah, when I was in, one of the, big coats, one of the cheese, one of the big cheeses, which I'm not. I'm not now, but I feel like I am. When I couldn't see everything and everyone. I would agree. I would agree. That was yeah, felt a lot more immersive.
Yeah, yeah. Like there's strengths and weaknesses to both, I guess.
Yeah, but like I said earlier, in my opinion, from what you can see, it makes more perspective to create a better role player
Mm.
in yourself, so you're not worried about what you might have heard out of character.
Hmm.
Let me just catch up real quick. The reason in perma are supposed to be vague enough that you don't get meta info anyway, but if there are permas with too much info, it can ruin the natural feeling of finding the answer in character. That's true
Mm.
from the bush, and I think a rule has been applied where you can't really put any much details into your death anymore, which is great.
Mm.
Louis D sounds very familiar. Oh yeah,
Oh, I
hello,
know who that is. Sup,
Donnelly,
hoy,
right? Lewis?
Donnelly. Yeah,
Yeah.
what's going on, Donnelly? How
Hello
are
from
you?
Hoyt, guys.
Hello
Kind
from
of
home.
hoping I can take a seat at your table soon. Yeah, that'll be $20. You got it, bud.
Book him in there. Go on. We got to find
I
out what the
know.
fuck is going on with Hoyt
Well,
Androvich, the
I
dying
know.
man.
They're gonna get booked. It's just not gonna be till April. I'm sorry, because
Book 'em all
we already have a guest list to run us
to
into
get through.
April.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, um, just time
So boy.
restrictions. That's the way it is. I mean, yeah, it's hard to get everybody together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, I can post the media soon. Dank88. Yeah, please share the pictures of the 15 to 20 people. That would be great.
That would be awesome. My rescue party. My doomed rescue party.
Noon Game is going to do another Q&A today. I might be able to make that one.
Yeah,
Don't forget our
might be
dear
able to.
hostess. Damn it. Well,
Hostess.
yeah. Michael is,
Hostess with the mostest.
well, yeah, it's true. Best host and hostess. Sucking up. Thank you, Michael.
We love the sucking up. Keep
This
it
is the
coming.
first one I've had time to see. I thought she was a guest. Well, yeah, she is. Kinda. But,
Today I am in the guest role.
yeah, usually she's a co-host.
I think mainly the function of this is to get me to fucking talk about all my shit so the next time we have a guest on, I'm not interrupting them going, oh, Catalina did this. Why
Well,
did this?
I know. That chat's popping more than usual, though. It's,
That's cool.
this wasn't really going to be a serious
It's
Q&A
not
for you
serious, no.
anyway. I mean, I would love to talk to you
If
anyway.
they have questions, if you have questions, put them in the chat. I'll
Yeah.
do my best.
But if nobody
I can't.
remembers, she played Wyla.
Yeah. I
Um,
played Wyla, Catalina, Nasa, and then Amelie. And now Grace.
yeah. I haven't met Grace. I probably won't, but we'll see. Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I try not to stick around people that I know.
Yeah. I'm trying not to as well, yeah.
Yeah, it's better that way. You make new friends, new experiences.
Exactly.
Because even though you can
Exactly.
do new characters, I don't know. With you though, uh, I think it was different interactions, even though we had different characters together.
Oh, for sure. We had a totally different dynamic with each.
Yeah, sure.
Like, we really did. Like, Wyla's dynamic with Hardy was totally different from Catalina's dynamic with Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was funny.
Yeah, Wyla was like
I'm
more ready
so
to grab a
disappointed.
beer for Hardy. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We were like,
Catalina was
we were
like, "Get your
buds.
end beer, you bitch."
Cat just wanted to fucking. I don't know. She was fond of you, but not in the same way Wyla was. Like, it was a totally different dynamic. But Cat was
Ah,
just a totally different person than Wyla,
yeah, I
so
know. Well,
it makes sense.
yeah. I think everybody was pretty fond of Detective Hardy. He was a great guy.
He was a great guy. We can do some questions about Hardy and stuff as well if you want to. Like, it can't just all be about me. Like, we can cover your
No, I
shit
don't
as
care,
well.
man. I don't
It's
care.
technically both of us on here.
I role playing in general, so it's not a
Mhm.
big deal.
Mhm.
That's why we never write any questions down because it's just too easy to just talk to people.
Yeah. It's funny for me, like everybody's been saying like, oh, Amelie was such a great character. Amelie was a goat, I think Ella said. Amelie was a goat.
Uh,
And I replied, bah, because I'm just that lame. But like I don't know, I thought she was kind of insipid, to be honest with you. I thought she was kind of boring.
Emily,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Yeah. Like I like we'll just spill the beans here because you and me we were supposed to be like a fucking evil team. You know what I mean? Like I was fully 100% on board with like,
We
you know,
well when you mean supposed to be yeah we
we
didn't
talked about
we
it
didn't
like as
plan it.
in game, like no, like cuz like
Yeah, that's what I just want to
fucking
clarify. We didn't talk
yeah,
about. We
no.
never
We don't
scripted
have to
anything out of
clarify it.
character.
People knows this.
Like
People
it's
knows this.
matter of fact, I hate that when people do.
Mhm. But the story was like Amelie kind of came around to Norman having these urges to kill, and her compromise was that we would find bad people who showed up at the hotel and kill those people.
Right. Because
But
Norman
like,
was going to be a killer either way, because he was already a serial killer. So it's like, well, why don't we
hmm
focus the attention to bad people, where he only kills
yes,
bad people, and then eventually Emily gets dragged into the darkness of that.
yeah. But
But
Norman was so fucking annoying that it made Emily go the other direction. You're so
well,
annoying.
I-
This King Norman shit was so annoying. Like you weren't doing anything to try and bring her on board. You weren't like I mean, look, I don't like when people suck up to me, but Emily would have liked it if you were at least sucking up a little bit. You know what I mean? But you were fucking off the wall. You were completely untamable, completely uncontrollable, fucking just like so annoying.
well, it made for good roleplay for because
It
he
did make
had
for good role
two.
because what we
Well, he
wanted
had
to
two
happen just didn't happen. It just didn't
two
happen.
hotel owners that didn't constantly agree with each other.
We were just bickering all the time. It was
So
so
it's like,
funny. Poor,
yeah,
poor
Norman was trying
Patrick.
to book one guest that you didn't want to book, and then
Yeah, 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 yeah. I was like,
yeah,
fucking just no. You're
it
not
made
gonna
for
let
some
this fucking
fun.
murderous child live here. He's crazy.
Well, that was the play. Well, that was my kind of like a wink,
I
wink.
know,
Oh,
yeah,
we
but
could
this
kill
is
this
really annoying
guy.
because I wanted to be a bad guy as much as anybody else, but with the restrictions of who Amelie was,
Hmm.
she was like a really good-hearted, really fucking kind of pure person who like only ever really meant good. So if you wanted her to be evil, it needed to be more delicate than what you. But I mean, like,
Wasn't he was like how do I compare this? He was Peter Parker was the good guy, and then to Spider-Man's side, which few people saw, was the bad guy. So he'd put on the front of being a great guy,
yeah, more or less.
which I think, which is what ruined him a lot with journals, because that's just subconsciously. Like, I'm telling you, you can't prove anything, and I'm not trying to like open up a case and like find this and that, but I
Mm.
know people subconsciously meant him. It's just gotta be. There's no other explanation to some things.
Well, this is true. Yeah, obviously people like as you say yourself, if you see in the journals that somebody's a complete psychopath, it's going to make you wary of
Hmm.
being alone with them or whatever.
Yeah, I'm
Even
not.
if they seem like a really nice person in character,
Yeah,
you're still going to be like,
you're not going on a hunting
no,
trip with that guy.
no, exactly. There's
Yeah.
just a few things that, like,
All right.
yeah,
Uh.
I try to be careful with my journals.
Hmm. Yeah, from the bush, you should check them out, man. We got this is the 10th one. This is the
Hmm
first time I think it's just been me and Wilo. So we
Yeah.
usually have other people.
No, the
Uh,
first one was you and me, I think.
oh, okay. Yeah, we talked about Vanguard, I think, and
Yeah.
and then when you first came in,
hmm
Guardians Army says true. Yeah, fuck yeah, sure, man.
Goody. What's up,
Louis,
Goody?
Lewis Donnelly, another Irish fella. Your doomed rescue
Indeed.
party was a fluster cluck. Everybody got so annoyed that we couldn't save you that everyone did a Spider-Man meme and pointed at each other.
Oh no.
Newton Gaiman comes in with a pretty legit question that I myself have been wondering about just because I can look at whitelist apps now. He says, Newton Gaiman says, do you think there should be a limitation on people making military characters? Personally, I think there's way too many in game. Uh, yeah, I mean,
Do you know what I think is something that could be a really good solution to a lot of our problems is if there was like a particular role or a particular like not like I suppose like a special group, I guess, of people who've been here a while, who've proved consistently that they're like a really good role player, that they take things seriously, blah blah blah. That those
yeah.
people get like some special privileges, like they
Excuse
can
me.
be a cannibal if they want, or they can be a military character, or they can like because there are cases where like you want to let somebody do their thing because you trust them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Whereas like a new person comes in and they
yeah.
automatically straight away want to be a cannibal, you're kind of like, I don't know. So maybe there could be like, some criteria, some like not whitelist process, but like an extra role, like I don't know, like some kind of
Hmm.
I don't know, trusted person, quote unquote, role that like you can apply for or that like mods will like pick you out for
Yeah.
specifically. Like once a month they're like, okay, our trusted person this month is
Yeah, that'd be
Deluxe Stalin,
impossible.
who is obviously a really good role player and does his best, or
I feel like you would probably need
whoever.
50 more mods for that.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, see, this is the thing as well. You don't
Well,
want to
here's
fucking
the
make
thing.
too much work for the mods.
My favorite whitelist apps are the ones where they just, where it's like, it's a bit to read, but it's
Hmm.
just completely tied into the lore, and it's like a lawyer, a school teacher, the average Joe.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
those are the
Like, I
best.
think maybe there could be some fucking discouraging of military characters, to be
I
honest
don't,
with you.
yeah, I don't mind them. I mean, there is a lot. There's, without going into details, there is a pretty big group or two or three that is pretty strictly
Well, I mean, if it's believable, like, you know what I mean? Like,
military style based
if they're
roleplay.
crazy fucking experienced conquest players who can easily shoot you in the face, like, at a
Hmm.
moment's notice,
Yeah.
those people, I think, yeah, fine, you can be a military group. That's perfect. That makes perfect sense. People like that would survive the apocalypse as well. But if it's like one single guy on his own and he's like ex fucking SAS, fucking, and then he doesn't know how to live in the woods on his own for a month, or he doesn't know how to fucking purify water for himself in his
What'd you say? You
canteen,
met a Marine in
or
game a couple months ago that
I didn't really know him that well. Like I got told this by
died
the
of
guys
thirst?
from fucking yeah. Died of thirst in Northwest Fairfield with an empty canteen and fucking tablets, chlorine tablets on him. Died of thirst.
That's rough.
It's like, for one thing, like when you're in Northwest Fairfield, there is several rivers, there's several ponds, there's puddles. You can find water in Northwest, you know what I mean? You really can. It's not that difficult. For a Marine,
Hmm.
quote unquote, to die of thirst when he has the means, it's just like, you are so cringe, bro. Please. Why did you do this? And I still don't remember who his gamer tag was or if he's still around. So if you're still around, I'm so sorry for calling you out specifically. But get your shit together, man. What are you doing?
It's so easy to
What are you
get pulled
doing?
into blue play though for that kind of thing.
Hmm?
It's so easy to get pulled into that. I think.
To get pulled into what?
Yeah, like being the military guy or being the guy with an M4 and a LAR and a plate carrier and all that.
I mean, I understand the appeal, but I just don't think that's what we're here for.
Right.
You know?
For example, the prologue I felt like was everybody was pretty much a civilian besides the
Mm-hmm.
police force.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't know. That just opened up a lot of. I mean, a lot of people got banned from that,
Potential.
but yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people deserve to get banned from it. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that, like, in an apocalypse situation where there was a bunch of Americans in an Eastern European country, that there wouldn't have been something very similar happen. But more the just the trolling and the sitting outside the fucking police station making a bunch of noise so that nobody can RP, that stuff, it's like you gotta draw a line between what would really happen and like the server even being playable. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I liked it because it did force everybody to kind of be more civilianish.
Hmm.
Which, anyway, let's see. Pickle Dino, Joella, good old Hardy, you betcha. Lewis D, we missed the detective. Man, I'm telling you, these comments just, there's a lot of, I
Yeah,
don't see any ones about Wiley here. That's weird.
you see, they don't
Um,
understand that you're a fucking danger to yourself. If you keep inflating him,
Logan
he's going to float
Measley.
away.
Yeah,
He
don't pay
already struggles
attention.
to get hats. He can't fit through doorways.
Don't pay attention to this woman. Logan Measley. Haven't been on for nearly a week.
Oh,
Might see what's happening. What's your opinion on Nomadic Lone Wolf?
Medic Lone Wolf is a fine character. Yeah, that's fine. It's better than ex-military.
Eh,
Logan.
what a dumb name.
Hey, come on. Oh shit, yeah. Logan, he's just saying it's a dumb name because he has the same name on Discord. It's not anything personal.
Joella says Hardy was terrific. Thank you so much, Joella.
Hardy was terrific. Even though he was a filthy pants sniffing fuck
At the end.
at the end.
There was
Can't
nowhere
believe it
else to
did fuck with
go.
your head though. I think
There
I'm
was
gonna blame
nowhere
that
to
on Cat
go.
fucking with the detective's head. I'm
I
gonna say like
also
Cat did fuck with you a bit. Like
kind of salty they didn't win journal entry,
what?
A little salty that did not win the journal entry award.
You didn't deserve it.
Had the most reactions, but then, when it got voted on, everybody just voted for,
I
the
didn't
good
even see
ones,
who won.
and vote for the pants sniffing one.
People were probably too uncomfortable to vote for the pants sniffing one. You
It's
are
like
great at that fucking cringe. You are the king of cringe. You
deep
really are. You're
inside.
so funny.
It's not a compliment, but deep inside, they all wanted to. I think they all wanted to, but
You keep telling yourself that, bud.
mm, yeah. hmm
hmm
I wanted to record videos of the server, but stopped because of potential metagaming, says Logan Measly. Yeah, it's a fine line. It's a
It is a fine
fine
line.
line.
Just do what I do and not post for a year.
Yeah. Then you'll just have no. You'll have zero motivation to post since it's been a year after that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping that I will get
What?
some time.
Well, what do you think about that, though? I mean, that is kind of.
The metagaming
Yeah, I mean, well, it's not
of
like you
videos.
can. It's not like what was the name of that movie? Minority Report, where they could see what's happening in
I
the
feel like
future.
there are people who do it right. Like Crep Theft always posts like a few weeks back. Do you know what I
hmm
mean? To the point where the stuff that he posts isn't really relevant enough to be meta anymore. And the
Yeah.
quality of his videos is really good. They're really well edited. There's really good music. There's really good like I'm blowing smoke up his arse. Um, but
No, crap.
he's a
That.
really good YouTuber. He's really professional and he does a really
Yeah,
good
yeah.
job.
Videos are
Yeah.
always funny or entertaining.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, he's a character himself as well. I always enjoy meeting Crep Theft. I always
Yeah.
enjoy meeting fucking Shifty Animal. He's a great dude. I get on well with him.
But what do you think about somebody that streams like Isaac Newton or this is not
Streaming
my
is an
ID?
awkward thing. Yeah, ID does the streaming and stuff as well. Like I do streaming, but I haven't posted my channel on the server, so my Twitch is kind of secret. Not that I use it at the moment anyway, because I can't. But like I don't know, streaming is so dodgy because like there's such a temptation for people to meta. Like even during the the end of season event for Contagion, where there was that like battle royale type thing, where there was like an area where you had to be in and it
Yeah.
kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Yeah, like me and Patrick were watching This Is Not My ID. We had him on in the background the whole time. We were like, oh man, he's so close. We should go over there. We were like, no, let's not go over there.
Right.
You're
Smack.
putting a lot of faith in people not to meta, and you're putting a lot of faith in people not to stream snipe. But see, the
Yeah.
thing is, if people do, they'll get banned as well. So there's like, I don't know, and it's so
Well, yeah. I
current
mean,
as well.
there's proof. Oh.
I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I want people to do their thing, and I want people to make content. Um,
Yeah,
but
I
there's a
know.
couple of problems with the streaming, as the live thing. Like, although at the same time, then I was watching Henry live there the other day, or Shaler. This is not my idea. I was watching him live the other night while I was like building in game, and I wasn't meta-ing. I was just listening to him play his guitar while I was building. It was perfect. It was lovely. It was really, I wouldn't trade that moment for the world. That kind of way? Like I was able to chat with him live and get responses and stuff like that.
hmm
There's positives and negatives, you know what I mean? Like you're never going to have a 100% meta-free server. You're just not.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that.
Unless you
It's
collect together
never.
a bunch of people who are super fucking dedicated that you can trust 100%, and then you're gonna have like what,
Well,
10 or 12 people on your server.
yeah, yeah. Well, even then, God, it's just impossible, as you say. But even then, I still think it's a very great. Um, it's a very well-oiled machine, I'll say.
We that remain.
Hmm.
It is. It's by far. Like I've been an admin on a couple of different servers. Like I don't know if anybody ever heard of any of them, but I was an admin on Randy servers and I was an admin on a server called A Will to Live. And um it's fucking tough, especially when you're starting with a small team. You know what I mean? Like Randy servers never really took off, but Will to Live really exploded. Like we got a lot of people on there. And then the tickets are rolling in and the applications are rolling in and you've got like five people who are trying to do everything and we all have jobs and lives. It's just impossible to do. And then people get pissed off and they leave and the server gets a bad reputation and everything just falls apart, you know?
No,
And
well,
it
no,
doesn't take long.
it's not the case. It's not the case with Really Remain. It's very
So tight. It's just so tight. It's
Yeah,
just
it
locked
is. It is.
down. You
Everything
know what I
gets
mean?
taken care of. Everybody gets a fair um, trial
Shot.
or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's no bias that I've seen.
I haven't seen any bias either. Like, there's like some people. You see, the thing is,
I mean, there's a few things that I would like to be like, if I had the button to just like become a tyrant, but just make my own rules. I mean, it probably wouldn't work. But everybody'd probably leave. But my thing would
that's the
be
thing.
that you would have no added characters association whatsoever in your next life with
Okay, yeah, yeah.
no
You
yeah
absolutely have to move away from your
yeah
thing,
yeah
and
yeah like you
anybody who gets caught
cannot
doing it is instantly suspended or banned.
right but that I you know following trying to even moderate that I don't even think that would be a headache in
Mm-mm.
itself.
Mm-mm.
But I mean, there's rules in place that keep that from happening, and it is moderated to an extent to where if it does happen, it's like, oh, okay, wait a minute, so and
Mm-hmm.
so, how did so and so get there when he was there before?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But then again, I mean, there's ways to rule play out of it, but it's not keeping me up at night. It's a great roleplay server, you know. Um, and
Yeah,
you,
there's always the question of like how much rule bending do you allow for people to enjoy themselves? It's like do you know what I actually feel like it is from having done it and from having seen it? It's like being a politician. Do you know what I mean? Because you can't please everybody. You just can't please everybody, and then you've got these differing opinions of what should be happening, and nobody's necessarily right. Everybody's just got their own opinion, and
mhm.
you've got to negotiate that in some way that people end up satisfied and stick around.
Yeah, well,
So
yeah, it just comes down to just break the rules and
yeah, like there just does like I mean I just like I think for ourselves, if you consider yourself a serious role player, think about muting deaths, think about muting journals, and don't meet up with your friends. You know what I mean? Like, unless it
yeah,
happens organically.
yeah. We talked about it a lot in the last
I
podcast.
know,
We
we
covered
did.
it, but I will say one thing about that. I wish, um, fuck,
Mhm.
brain fart. I had something there.
The last thing that I said was mute deaths, mute journals, and don't meet up with your friends. And then you were like, we talked about it a lot the last time.
Mm.
What I will say,
Oh God, no, I really had something.
all right, okay,
I fucked it up.
it's okay.
I was gonna make a point about that comment, but I couldn't remember what it was.
It's okay.
That happens to everybody. Early Alzheimer's, I guess. Or you know, when you talk the while long enough, you kind of get
Yeah, your
ADD.
brain just starts to deteriorate, really. Like,
Alright.
I'm not surprised. I'm not even offended.
Uh, You never are. That's why I like you. That's why you're the
I'm.
co-host, because you're very easy to insult. Um, this is
Thanks.
uh, this is not my ID. Says clipping the footage at regular intervals rather than digging through a live stream is easier to avoid stream sniping and content. I've also found that people will try and insert themselves, and at the end of the day, I'm not the one breaking the rules, and it's not my responsibility to control what people do with the content. Just don't be knobheads.
Yeah.
Michael, yeah, welcome, Mr. ID, man, yeah. You'll probably run into him at some point, Michael. I've definitely learned from my last character in Contagion, Logan Measley says. Um, the point I did want to make, I just remembered it, was, God, we talked about this in the last podcast again. Was maybe spare more people and see if a story plays out instead of just
Mhm.
instantly finding a reason
A
to
reason to kill him.
execute him. Yeah. Well, we spoke about that quite a bit on the last podcast. So, if anybody's interested in that discussion, I think me and you both agreed that, correct me if I'm wrong, but we both agreed that it's better to keep people alive sometimes,
Yeah,
even if
sometimes.
even
And
if
if you
they
have to
like.
kill them, if you have to kill them, give them a fucking good time beforehand, please.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, give them like a good choice, give them a long bit of RP. Be, if you have to kill them, like, be scary. You know, like
yeah. If you let him
make your
go though,
statement.
yeah, and if you let him go, you can still be scary.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
then you
exactly.
have that feeling of, oh, you're tiptoeing around like, oh, I have people out
Mhm.
here that want to, you know, it's
Want to
a
get me?
yeah, it creates stories. It creates stories. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. Sometimes
Mhm.
it's like if it's like watching The Walking Dead and they introduce a new character in the beginning and then halfway through the episode they get killed. It's like, well,
Mhm.
don't
Yeah, like what the
care.
fuck was the point of that? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have no
Yeah,
attachment to this person. I don't really care.
exactly, exactly.
Mhm.
But we discussed that quite a bit in the last podcast, episode 9, plug. I think we had
Mhm. We had Liu
Papa
Tang on there.
Liu
Papa
Tang.
Joe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Not, face cams and commentary are so important. From This Is Not My Idea. Yeah,
Not
he's
my
got a
idea.
face cam. Yeah, fucking beautiful man over there.
He's
Got
all
like a
right.
$300 mic too.
Yeah, he does.
I'm a
Bastard.
big money.
Yeah. But he does music though. That's his whole fucking career, so
hmm Jay
makes
Kennedy
sense.
says, "I wanted to say that's your boy there."
That's Kieran. That's Kieran.
Yeah, he says some people
That's
die and
Kieran.
immediately join back in a group about a week ago. That's true.
Yeah. It's just not fun. It's
It
just like, yeah.
happens.
Yeah. Like if you have to join back up with your friends, take a while, you know, like make it make sense.
Yeah.
Like a good example was Kat and Hardy, because Wyla and Hardy were good friends, and I wanted to hang out with you again, so I was angling for it. You know what I mean? I was angling for it, but we, like Kat was a fucking crazy cannibal lady living in the woods, and Hardy was a member of Vanguard, the most locked down militaristic fucking group that there was. So we had to do a lot of dancing and finagling and radioing and making sure that we met up, like, you know, in a realistic
Yeah,
way.
I had to roleplay actually escaping. Well, not escaping, but sneaking out.
We're sneaking out. Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
that place was
exactly.
like guarded 24/7.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
I had to legitimately come up with a. Oh God, I fell over the wall. Well, you know what? While I'm out of here, I'm just gonna run down to the Vibor hospital,
Mhm.
see if there's any
Mhm.
bandages. If I don't come back in
Cool.
10
Is that what
minutes,
you did?
I'll probably go in the woods and meditate, take a nap.
Okay, cool.
That was
Holy
tight,
shit.
tight security there,
Yeah.
up until it wasn't.
Cool. God damn. Kat and Hardy did have a cute relationship though. Everybody said so. Viv said so. Ava said so. We had a cute thing. It was fun. but like Cat was just like, Cat, oh man, I will
That was a
never come up with a fucking character as good as Catalina. I just won't. She
yeah.
was, because
Well,
the whole El Gato stuff, that was actually like, if you go back on my YouTube channel, I recommend a video from my YouTube channel, right? I'm just doing a self plug here, but to get some of the lore, go back and look at Meow Mix Clan Tiny Dancing Monk on my channel. It's the fucking funniest thing. I just completely destroyed this guy. It was on Randy servers. It was a long time ago. It was me and my friends, and they like we were cannibals, and we were called Meow Mix Clan, and our whole thing was we praised El Gato. So this is like an old like deep lore.
yeah.
So that being worked into the Catalina character, and then a bunch of my friends like tried to join and kind of didn't really dig it, and like
That wasn't
now
in
that
the
I've
Catalina
used the El
character,
Gato
was it?
stuff, I can't bring it in again. No,
Mm-mm.
she wasn't. That wasn't Catalina. That was just me. That was just
Yeah, I thought that
bullshit.
was Wilo. You just never
But
pulled the trigger. You just never pulled the trigger on Wilo, or you didn't have enough time.
oh yeah, yeah. Wyla was supposed to be a cat worshipping cannibal as well, but I didn't
Yeah,
actually find any human meat before I got like adopted by Jason, and then she just turned out to be like just a normal person, I guess.
yeah. And
Yeah.
that's another thing with killing people. Like Jason could have probably got killed before then,
Mm.
but because I think Kenny, who played Dean Ford and Poe, and
Yeah, I know Kenny. Yeah.
at the time it was Kenny, but he had some questionable run-ins with Jason. We're all part of
Okay.
the same group, and then we merged with
Wasn't
Vanguard.
every run-in with Jason questionable?
Nah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
He's
He's
a
a good
lovely
guy.
dude. He's a lovely dude.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna say
no, I
nothing bad
know.
about Jason. I don't care what you say.
No.
It was a good guy, but the point is, Jason could have maybe gotten killed for roleplay reasons.
Hmm.
Um,
But he
but he
wasn't, and
didn't. So he had another month
hmm
and a half to establish his character around Vanguard. But
hmm
then when he finally did get killed, because he became a risk to Vanguard, but it was
hmm
numerous things that it went over for the last few months. When he finally did killed, it was so fucking emotional because we had time to grow with the character. You know what I mean?
it was emotional. Man,
We
I
had time
cried
to
my eyes out.
interact. We had time to see a story progress, and
Mm.
that's what I'm really just saying. Like, God, just take a moment, value not only value your own life. You can say killing somebody else if they committed a previous hostile act or interaction against you. It's like, wait a minute, your
Hmm.
character's still alive. So how hostile was it?
Hmm.
Um, value your own life, but at the same time, value the life of others, I would say.
And
I
the
know,
quality of the server.
I know there's a lot of loose ends. It's easier to just tie up loose ends and you ain't gotta worry about shit.
But maybe
But
wait for them to fucking come home to roost as well. Like maybe
half,
sometimes wait for
yeah,
that
but
loose
half the
end before
tension,
become an issue.
yeah, Daisy waiting is having people out there that you actively know or uh, what's a good way to put it? Like Spectre. What's his name? Spectre.
Jackson.
Jackson. Yeah, Jackson from the last generation. Him and
Hmm.
Hardy had a slow growing beef that eventually escalated when Hardy tried to
Hmm.
assassinate him. But then Jackson got away thanks to somebody.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
Thing is though,
I should have let you just kill him.
after Jackson got away, Hardy and Joella, or Hardy and Ellie, um, it became a game of wow, we've really got to watch what we do now. Like we have to be
Mhm.
careful as fuck because there's an ongoing threat that's out there.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
this went on for weeks.
Mhm.
It was a game of cat and mouse, like it went back and forth. And then
Mhm.
eventually somebody killed Jackson. And then Hardy could show his face again. And by showing his face, I mean coming out of the woods. So I was in game. I just it wasn't like I just logged out to But you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, if somebody robs you, and leaves you alive, to then turn around and immediately go hunt that person and kill them, to me is like, these, I don't know. I think it can be understandable maybe sometimes, but
Mhm.
I don't know. See how it plays out, man.
Yes, I do. And if you have to kill them, just make it drawn out. Like, 'cause I actually remember specifically, fucking DS as Johnny captured somebody and killed him. But like the chat afterwards on the Discord was like, look, I mean, I know you killed me or whatever, but I'm not even salty because you were so scary and it was such good RP that the person who died wasn't even mad about it. You know what I mean? That's what you want to aim for.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to get pulled into a ticket either. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, make the death obviously like obviously above board and like fun for the person as well. You know?
Right. Because and again, I think Jackson just popped up in chat. Look at that, little
No
stalker.
way.
Yeah. Because the thing is, he took over Vanguard and let Hardy go.
Yes.
Then he came looking for Ellie, and Hardy
Yeah.
hid her. He didn't like
Yeah.
hide her in a closet. He hid the knowledge. But and then there was a little bit of tension there, and then I think it escalated after McCarthy's tried to raid Vanguard or Nomads. That turned into a whole mess. Uh, I really that was so out of left field. I remember in game when that happened, I was like, why are you guys raiding?
Yeah, it
I thought we
was.
were fighting the cannibals. And
Oh man, the
supposed to settle.
McCarthy's
We're
man.
supposed to settle shit with shit after cannibal. Anyway, that was a whole mess
Mhm.
with
Mhm.
McCarthy's trying to raid the nomads.
It was so not their fight. Do you know what I mean? It was
Yeah, it
like,
was out of left field. I mean, a lot of people showed up for
yeah,
it. Um,
yeah,
a lot of rule breaks happened, but
mhm,
I stayed out of it because I knew I was like, yeah, this is just
yeah.
stupid. Like
It's a shit show.
I have no. And at the time, Ellie was still alive, so Hardy didn't really have a
A
direct.
reason.
Yeah, but then after
Yeah.
that, it kind of became like a fiery thing around the McCarthy's, like screw the nomads, and
Mhm.
then the nomads kind of disbanded, and then that's with Jackson. That's when the beef kind of reheated up with Hardy and Jackson,
Mhm.
and then Ellie.
Yeah,
Uh,
because you both turned up at the fucking Oasis on the same day randomly. I'd never met Jackson
wow.
before. I'd never met Jackson before, and the first day that Hardy comes to Cat's house, Jackson fucking turns up on the doorstep. And it
Mm,
was so fucking, oh god, it was just, you see, the reason why Hardy didn't get to kill Jackson then is because Cat just thought that he was being a fucking hothead, didn't really know the context, and found out that Hardy wanted to kill him and didn't really want all this shit happening on her doorstep because Catalina was obviously always really fucking careful with her reputation
yeah.
because people could just kill her randomly at any point for any reason because she had
Mm.
Kuru. So, I mean, like, yeah, it was bad, and I honestly do regret that so much. I should have just let you fucking kill Jackson because he became a massive pain in Cat's ass from then on. But,
Right, he
no thanks,
developed
Spectre.
he had a tree. Yeah, execution
Oh
tree.
god.
Yeah.
Execution tree, yeah, yeah.
No, well, Call Me Spectre says it was a good storyline, but was founded on little to nothing. But as I say, nevertheless fun. Yeah, I agree. I mean, there was a few interactions between Hardy and Jackson before Hardy tried to assassinate Jackson.
Hmm. Well, I
I
mean,
think I
like,
remember
fucking.
Jackson saying, I should have killed you, but Ryan talked me out of it. You know, after he took
Hmm.
over the Vanguard base.
Well, okay, put it this way.
So
Like, him
Hardy
taking
was
over
still.
the Vanguard base is enough reason on its
Y-
own, nearly, for Hardy to hate Jackson enough to kill him.
Yeah,
You
then
know
he
what I
came
mean?
looking
And
for
then
Ellie after Hardy
Ellie,
tried to
yeah,
move on. So
yeah,
there was
exactly.
tension. There was tension there.
There was, yeah, there
Yeah.
was definitely enough for it to be a legit beef
Hmm.
that Yeah,
It just never came to a
I should have let him kill him. I'm so
flourishing
sorry.
because I. Oh well, no. I mean, who knows how that would have played out?
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, God, yeah, he could have killed you.
Well, that might have,
Mm.
because it was well, it was me and Ellie.
Hmm.
I think from the bushes with him at the time.
If you'd have taken your time to explain things to Kat, she might have come around. But it was
What?
also like snappy, has to happen now kind of tension, you know, that kind of way.
Hmm. But yeah, that was a good. But the point is that because he let Hardy live, okay, after they raided the Vanguard base, Hardy
Mm.
woke up and now it's Nomads. He let
Hmm.
Hardy live, and then when Hardy tried to execute him, his plans were spoiled, so he could never even make the attempt. So in that regard, Jackson knew of the hostile interaction that was gonna happen, but it didn't because it got spoiled by a certain someone.
I'm sorry.
Um, you don't gotta apologize.
I'm
Anyway,
sorry,
what
Kat's
I'm
sorry.
saying
Kat
is,
regrets it.
a story came there. It was like a little side story of, God, I gotta watch. It puts you on edge, is what I want to say.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, because
that
then you never know who's allies with him, and you never know who's like out to
right,
fucking
right,
who knows the story and who's gonna fucking tell him and who's gonna, it means that you're kind of stuck. And I just want to make a plug as well at the moment for like living on your own in the woods for a while. I think that's like it's hard. It is definitely really a difficult lifestyle and it's not necessarily very enjoyable. But then when you do come into society, however way it happens, it's satisfying and it's a relief and all the rest of it.
yeah,
Like I think being stuck out on your own for a while does a person good.
yeah, it does. Especially I think it gives you time to do a little inner monologue too. Talk to yourself.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and figure out who you are.
Yeah, right, right. Like with my current character, I had no idea, and then I
Mhm.
got some time alone, and it's like, okay,
Mhm.
I kind of had an idea where he was supposed to head, but I was like, yeah, I don't know if I can go there. But
Mhm.
once you get some time to, just role play by yourself and
Mhm.
interact with shit around you. I don't know. Like I'm writing jokes. I'm not trying to say I'm a great role player, but I'm saying like and putting it on a desk and then acting like you're writing
Mhm.
jokes or something. I and then you talk to yourself while you're doing it because you usually would do that in real life when you're writing something down. You kind of talk to yourself out loud.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, this is true.
I all I'm saying, and we can end the discussion about that there is all I'm saying is I would just like to see um characters. I'd like to see more rivals.
Longer storylines where people just don't get killed.
Yeah, I would like to see more heated feuds, like more. Yeah, exactly. Stuff that brewed for like a month, and then it's like, oh,
Mhm.
that guy had it coming.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Like the Black Hand let plenty of people go. They did kill people, but they did let people go as well.
Hmm.
Um, can I take just a 5 minute break here? I'll be back.
Yeah, yeah, go for it. I'll
And it
catch up
won't
on the
even be
chat.
5 minutes. Yeah, you can. Yeah. All right, I'm trusting you.
Trust in me. Wait, when am I gonna? No, this is not my idea. Collecting footage at regular intervals. Their live stream is easier. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. This is not my idea. At the same time, if you do stream, you have all the footage, you have all the context, you have everything that happened beforehand and afterhand. If you get good internet, you can stream the whole thing. But then you do have to worry about the meta kind of, and it's just unavoidable. I think in any group, I don't think there's any way you could legitimately police meta. Um, because you just can't really prove whether or not it's happening. But and there's